Hi, Taurus. I don't know why, but Bess always turns up for your readings. This is like the third time, at least in a row, that she's come to say hi. She's on the bed meowing next to me for attention. She's actually quite needy today. She really is in a very, very soppy mood. So, Taurus, I don't know what that is about your readings that makes my cat go into super affectionate mode, but there it is. Now, the reason why the hunter is here is because one of your randomized songs from Spotify as I was preparing for the reading was No One Sleeps When I'm Awake by Horse, I think. No, I don't know who it's by. No One Sleeps When I'm Awake, not by Horse. But on the album cover, there's a horse kind of like rearing back. And the title of the album is Crossing the Rubicon, which means it's something that Julius Caesar said. It sort of means there's no going back. I'm rolling the die. I'm taking a chance, come what may. It kind of, as I was shuffling this deck and I was looking at that horse, this card fell out. So I feel like this has a message for somebody. So I think I'm going to just grab the hunter and read that for you now. I'm not sure if it's going to have a bearing on the full reading or not. We'll put it back in and see if it comes back out during the reading. But I feel like it's a message for somebody. So, the hunter, the seeker, the pursuer, the predator. The hunter hunts. They are on a precise mission with an aim. To return home empty-handed would be to fail, which is not an option in the hunter's eye. This archetype will journey far and wide, seeking the prize that calls to its heart or stomach. Tales of bravery and feats of strength often result, creating a life full of adventure. The hunter is skillful, quick, decisive, and results-orientated. Like the great hunting goddess Artemis, who carries her quiver upon her back, the hunter typically has a weapon of choice. When this card appears, it is critical that you ask 3 questions. What am I hunting? Why am I hunting it? Is the weapon I hold so tightly in my grip truly needed for the task at hand? Always makes me laugh, that last line. When light, focused, energized, respectful, seasoned. When dark, irresponsible, violates, violent, poaching. Go deeper. Frida Kahlo's The Wounded Deer. When you activate the hunter archetype, you are aligning your energy with the great creatures of the world. The lion, the wolf, the tiger, and the shark. Do so with care. It's sort of like with great power comes great responsibilities. Very, very yang energy. It's very like masculine, action-taking energy. Now, sorry to stereotype, women can obviously take action too. But I'm talking sort of like that yin-yang, masculine, feminine energy, not actual gender. So just to kind of make that point. It's like go-getter energy, passionate, sort of Knight of Wands, the Fool energy. It feels like crossing the Rubicon, taking a chance, spinning the Wheel of Fortune, taking matters into your own hands, getting what you want. So I don't know if this is you or somebody coming towards you. It's here for some reason though. Study the Greek goddess Artemis. Notice her nuanced relationship to the moon, the earth, and the feminine. The predator honours its prey with a precise and skillful hunt. The hunter deeply reveres the life it aims to take. Interesting. Somebody's going for something. Somebody's throwing the die and taking a chance. It feels like the Fool card mixed with the Knight of Wands energy for me. But I like this thing about it being grounded. What did it say? Respectful. So it's like not just getting what you want at all costs, ignoring what everybody else wants. It's like doing it in quite a mature way. So I like that kind of tag that's put on there with that. A line in that song that stood out to me was, I'd do it again if I could. It's like, I'm going to take a chance, I'm going to take a risk, I'm going to gamble, but I'd do it again because it's worth it, kind of thing. I know I might fail, I know it's a risk, but it's worth it. I'd do it again if I could. You also got randomised on Spotify. As I was setting up, you got Crazy in Love by Beyonce and Jay-Z. I particularly noticed the line, when you leave, I'm begging you not to go. So I don't know if how that resonates for somebody. Now, my other messages, the stuff that kind of came through intuitively, I keep getting foreign language phrases, like things that I'm not familiar with, which is really interesting to me because I know it's not coming from me. And then I look it up and I'm like, what are they telling me? So I got something that sounded like, now I'm a bit scared because in another language it means something a bit rude. So I am I do apologise if this sounds very rude to you. I don't know why it came through, but it sounded to me like Asana Enola. Asana Enola. Now I think Asana is it's a yoga position, a yoga pose. I think I got through the lizard pose as well for somebody a while back. I don't think it was you though. So I don't know, maybe somebody's just learning about yoga. It's also some kind of app, some kind of business app. I don't know any more than that. It rings a bell. Asana, I've heard of it. But then Enola, and sort of rude warning, I think in Portuguese it means a penis or something like that. So I don't know why that's come through. I don't know what that message means. Perhaps it means something specific to one person. I'm just reporting what I get. And now I've wrote down Daffy Duck in blue facing right hat. I don't know if it's Donald Duck or Daffy Duck. I'm having a Daffy Duck moment. I can't remember which one's which, but there's one of them's like a black duck, isn't it? And then one of them's like a white duck. It was the white duck that wears blue. So I don't know what that means. I could sort of see him like here, and he was facing this way. Blue hat on with the ribbon, like a little sailor outfit. Daffy Duck in blue facing right hat. Then I saw a weather vane, quite a weathered looking weather vane, and it had either a cockerel or a rooster or something on it. So again, don't know if that's relevant to anyone. Then I got through peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and feeling sick. So I don't know if somebody's been eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Perhaps they've overdone it. Perhaps they found them very, very sickly. Again, could mean something to somebody. And then I heard, now what does this say? Because it was in the middle of the night, I can't read my own writing. This is the future. I heard someone saying this is the future. So I don't know. That's all the intuitive messages. I don't have a clue what any of those mean, pretty much. Let's get you a randomised Christmas song. Now, there's some big stuff happening this December. I kind of want to give you a quick heads up. Some of the big planets, Jupiter and Saturn, have been in Capricorn for the past 2.5-ish years, depending on how fast they move. So it's quite... these planets kind of mean big changes, big life lessons, and hard lessons as well. Saturn, especially in Capricorn, is like tough love, difficult life lessons that people need to learn. So these planets are actually starting to move now into Aquarius. One moves on the 17th and one moves on the 19th. So if you've been having a bit of a hard time, things should start to feel a bit more innovative, like there's more movement there. You might be finding new ways to communicate. This is quite a global thing. It affects everybody. Now, what's particularly important is on the 21st of December, these two planets, Jupiter and Saturn, I think it is. I'm not the best at astrology, so do kind of go and look this up yourself. But Jupiter and Saturn are actually going to be in conjunction. They're going to be in alignment next to each other, very, very close to each other in the sky. And it's particularly important because they only do this every sort of 20 years, and they spend 200 years in each type of sign. So they've been in earth signs for the past 200 years, and this is the first time in 800 years that they're going to be together in an air sign in Aquarius. So it's prompting 200 years of these two planets meeting in air signs. It's quite a big deal planet-wise. As I say, it's not happened for 800 years, so go and look back at what kind of changes were happening 800 years ago. We could be experiencing things like this as well. It probably is going to be innovations in technology, big leaps forward in doing things in new, novel ways. Aquarius is the innovator of the zodiac. So it's quite exciting, it's quite interesting. You may find, especially, perhaps you may be able to communicate with people around Christmas time that you perhaps have had a difficult relationship before. You may find new ways of approaching relationships. Right, okay, song. So I'm sorry to those of you who don't celebrate Christmas, but I thought it'd be nice to theme it for those who do. Around Christmas for this set of readings. So I've got a Christmas hits playlist here from Spotify. I don't know, I mean, obviously I know a lot of Christmas songs, but I don't know what's on here. I am randomizing, so it's going to be a surprise to me as much as it is to you, to see what you get. So randomized song for Taurus, please, today. Hopefully not an advert. Kelly Clarkson, Underneath the Tree. So wrapped up in red. Perhaps your favourite colour's red. My favourite colour's red. So red obviously is a very Christmassy colour. Perhaps you've just bought something that's red. It may be significant to you in some way. Right, so I'm going to pause. Excuse me. I'm going to pop this card back into the deck, give it a good shuffle. So if it comes back out, we know it's really important for everybody. Yeah, I'm going to tune into the energies. I'm going to listen to that song off camera to kind of see what the mood is of it. And then I'll be back to pull you some cards. All the songs that do come through will be down in the description box below for you. You can check those out. If you want to pause as well and go and listen to that song at the same time as me, then feel free to do so. And I'll meet you back to do your card reading. That was quite a sweet song, actually. I like that. Somebody is definitely taking a leap of faith in terms of romance. Now, I let you some joss sticks. I like joss sticks whenever I do a reading. And because it felt like a love theme coming through, I did patchouli. And I always do 2 patchouli joss sticks because, you know, it's 2 people in a romance normally. They just said romancing the stone, so I don't know. But I also, they also wanted a cinnamon joss stick. I was really drawn to use a cinnamon one as well. So you've actually got 3 joss sticks burning, and I've never done 3 at the same time. And I think I might, if I start choking, then you know why. Okay, now they're being lewd. Right, thank you for that, guys. It's going to be one of those days. Oh my goodness. I was also being told eggnog, and then separately, so I don't know if it's together or not, but I got eggnog. I could see eggnog, the texture of eggnog, and then it went to spiced apple. Now I don't know if it was spiced apple what, but they told me spiced apple, so that could mean something to somebody. Perhaps that's a drink you've been having recently, which sounds like a bit of a cop-out as a tarot card reader. It's definitely not as unique as Asana, is it? It's a bit more common that people probably would be doing those things as they prepare for winter and Christmas, but I'm just going to repeat what they tell me, and you can do what you want with it. Okay, so here we go. No, I don't want that deck. I want this deck. I want to know a little bit about the people involved in Taurus's reading. Can I have a few less cards than Aries, please, though? Can I have 1 or 2 cards to explain the main characters involved in Taurus's reading today? 1 or 2 cards, please. The main characters in Taurus's reading today. Can I have some cards about the main people regarding Taurus's reading today? Thank you. Knight of Coins on the bottom, that is the Knight of Pentacles. The slowest moving knight in the tarot, frustrates everybody, right? Oh, we've got Princess Bride, love that film. Carrie something or other, and the Ace of Cups. Now I don't know what film this is out of, so you're gonna have to maybe tell me in the comments. I don't recognise. It looks a bit like it could be Claire Danes to me, but I don't know. I've got face blindness, so not sure. I identify him by his clothes. And they're both holding a cup. They're both holding a cup. So yeah, definitely we're dealing with a love interest, I would say here. Could always be friendship. Could always be like a strong friendship, a best friend. But it's a connection where there is, I feel like a strong pull, a strong desire to be with this person, or a strong connection between these 2 people. It's showing us love as well, not passion. Cups are about emotions, love, positive emotions here. Wands are about desire. If one of these was a cup and one of them was a wand, I would say that there could be a difference of need here. Interestingly enough as well, this morning on my suggested videos on YouTube, I saw, I'm sorry, I don't know who it was by, but I saw a discussion about the film Lost in Translation with Bill Murray and who was the other person? I want to say Scarlett Johansson, but I'm not 100% sure. Again, face blindness. I haven't seen that movie. I really do want to watch it. I wanted to watch it when it came out and I never did. But I kind of watched something about it saying, what's the point in a doomed romance, I think was the title of the video. And it's like, what's the point in forming a connection here if it's not going to go somewhere? So I don't know, perhaps you want to try and look up that video and see if that has any relevance to your situation. I do feel like it's two people taking a bit of a gamble, a bit of a risk to be together, even though perhaps they don't, perhaps there's a sense of it being a little bit doomed, but there's an emotional need. And this is what they were saying in that video in Lost in Translation. It's like they both had it wasn't a relationship based on sexual attraction, it was a relationship based on an emotional need, that these two people needed to make this connection, and it taught them something that was healing for them. So perhaps this is sort of what's going on in your situation. Perhaps the knights normally are the ones taking action. Now we saw that hunter card. It could be the hunter actually does give me more Knight of Wands energy, but it could be that this person is like, I'm gonna go for this. I'm gonna follow my instincts here. I'm gonna take a bit of a leap of faith. I'm gonna go in and try and make this connection with this person. Possibly. If it is, I am picking. I have to say what I get through. I am picking up on possibly this could be something a little bit on the hush, a little bit like we need to. He's wearing a mask, right? He's wearing a mask. He doesn't want to be recognised. So it could be that this is, yeah, sort of something a bit like done on the down low, perhaps. I don't know why it's not coming through yet. Okay. Can I get a card for the Knight of Cups, please? One card, please, ideally, for the Knight of Cups. Thank you. The Tear. Okay. Yeah, it's definitely based on emotion, not sexual desire. There's an emotional need here. Could be quite healing for this person to do this. Can I get one card, please, on the Ace of Cups? That's not one card. The Medallion, the Eros, and the Healer. Aha, there you go. I don't know what I said, but what I was thinking was I sort of said that this could definitely be something. Did I say it was healing? I can't remember what I did and didn't say, but I was picking up on the Tear here. This could be someone like healing from something. It could be emotionally healing for this person to be in this connection, because you've got the Healer here. I think this person is healing something, some kind of emotional wound that this person has. Let's move this over a little bit. How can we do this? Do you know what? I want them to be together. Side by side. Well, they're giving me something. If you can hear my daughter giggling there, she's off school. She's a little bit peaky. She's not the sort of person to say she's poorly when she's not. So, yeah, she's off school today. But obviously she's well enough to giggle, so that's a good sign. I'm noticing the yellow here. I'm noticing that they're both blue. The offering. What's being offered? The offering normally means something we have to offer up from ourselves. I feel like the offering here could be opening up emotionally. There is a sense of when you open up emotionally to people, when you put your cards on the table, so to speak, when you come to somebody with your heart in your hand, it's a time of being very, very vulnerable. I do sense a vulnerability here, emotional vulnerability. I think somebody's offering up some honest emotions here. Let's have a look. I mean, they're both holding a cup. His cup is quite plain. There's not much in there at the moment. I feel like this person's cup could be empty. I feel like this is the person that hasn't the emotional need. I feel then this is the person coming through as healing. You can see that this person's cup overflows. Now the Ace of Cups is a card about something that the universe brings to us. It's kind of like aces are about divine opportunities in our life. Aces are also new. There's something that hasn't been done before. So I do feel like this is not a connection from the past so much as it can be an existing connection between two people, but there's something new within it. And this person has a lot of love to give. Their cup overfloweth. I don't know what that's from either. I don't know why I say half the things I do, but it comes through. Okay, so let's go to Knight of Cups. This is the person doing the moving, I feel. The tear. So 52. Perhaps somebody is 52. Perhaps they live at house number 52. It could be a relevant number for you. 5 and 2 make 7, which is about life path, destiny. Okay, let's have a closer look at this card. Oh, do you know what I want to do actually before I leap into reading that? Before I leap, everything I say comes through for a reason. Somebody may have something to do before they take a leap. Oh no, it doesn't say, does it? I thought it had quotes, but it doesn't have quotes for the knights or the aces. Okay. The tear, the mourning, the release, the rain. Tears are like droplets of letting go. Once they begin to fall, we allow the swelling tide of emotion to run its elemental course. Often the tear is what is needed in order for a conversation or situation to break into the next level of intimacy and vulnerability. I said that. Some say that tears are so powerful in softening our egos that they open up a portal to the unseen world. Yeah, okay, so definitely repeating what I was saying there about, I feel like this person's going to open up. They're going to do the offering, the emotional offering, and then it's like the cup overflows, right? And it says about taking a relationship to a new level because somebody's opened up and been vulnerable. It forges a sense of connection there. So again, I don't know if this is romantic, but it's coming through based more on emotion than sex. It could be friendship. It could just be two people who just need each other emotionally at that time. Sort of right place at right time, possibly. Also, it's talking about the ego. Now, the ego doesn't always mean somebody who's overly confident. It just means our view of ourselves. I don't want to kind of go into Freudian philosophy at the moment, but talking about having a big ego, I do feel like, the actor, I can never remember his last name, is Carey something, isn't it? He is very charismatic. So you may find that this person's very, very charismatic. Perhaps they use that charisma as almost like a shield, an emotional shield. You may think that this person doesn't have a lot of emotional depth. They're a bit showy, but I think actually they're going to drop those defenses, I think, here, or they at least want to. They want to. I feel like this person's going to come through in a new way. Through our watery eyes, the ancestors capture a glimpse of us, and we are reminded of their eternal embrace. We sense our humanity, our humility, and we allow ourselves to be held. Yeah, I feel like somebody just needs to be held, literally. Like, it is likely this card appears when there is a grieving yet to do, a sinking down into disappointment or despair that once acknowledged will bring a shimmer of clarity to our dewy eyes. She's giggling away down there. When light, melody, melancholy flowing through. When dark, drowning, drama, murkiness. Go Deeper, Rain by Rachel Lindsay. If both the tear and the river appear in the reading, this indicates, it hasn't, an excess of the water element in your life. As in the Ayurvedic tradition, balance it with fire and earth. I might have to shut my door. I feel bad there if I shut my door on my daughter's giggles. The tear is powerful, and it is possible to be subsumed in its waters. Find a supportive place to open the floodgates. There you go. I think this person is looking for a supportive place. It's like they just need that. They just need that friend, that almost like mother figure. Who'll just listen and hug them and not judge them. I think that's what this person needs, because I feel like whatever's happened, I feel like it's something this person's healing from. I'm really getting like this person needs healing from something from the past. They just need that connection. I just felt like a wave of something then. I don't know, I'm not quite sure. Yeah, it does feel like the floodgates are, like they're finding it hard perhaps to keep the floodgates up. the feeling, that build up of emotion behind it. I feel like they need the release. The medallion. Okay, so the medallion has come out with the female character. Again, gender, you can play with gender in readings. Just because it's a male and a female here on the cards doesn't mean it necessarily is for your situation. So you can switch it around as you need to. Pay attention more to the story of the character than the gender on the cards. Use your intuition a little bit to work out who's who. I'm going to refer to it as the male and female, just for ease of understanding. The amulet, the talisman, the heirloom. The passing on of sacred objects is an ancient ritual within families, between lovers, and in tribes across the globe. We gift jewels, treasures, keepsakes, and mementos of all kinds, some of great material value, others that hold emotional resonance, and still others with both. Yet when these gifts are bestowed upon us, it is important to recognise that they may bind us to an unspoken agreement or promise. When the medallion card appears, be aware of how the objects you hold dear may be embedded with unconscious energy or expectations. Materials hold consciousness, and it's time to reconcile the vibration of the objects around you. What do you covet and collect? Why? Is there an object you have held on to for years that you are ready to release? Perhaps it's time to reach for the medallion that aligns with your deepest values. When light, upholding tradition, protecting and honouring. When dark, burdensome, inheritance, habituation. Go deeper. Ancient Egyptian scarab amulets. Do you believe that objects contain supernatural properties? When have you experienced this to be true? I was thinking about that for myself then. I don't know. My house is 115 years old, I think. I think it was built in 1905. So if anything can contain energies, I would say it's an old house. I don't know. Imagine if you and your family, school or social group had a crest, emblem or amulet. What would it be? Draw it. So that's interesting. Perhaps if... Oh, hello. Perhaps if this is... We've got, with the offering, it feels like somebody's going to offer something of value to the other person. Now, it could be emotional value, it could be material value. I feel like there's going to be an exchange of something, some kind of gift. It could literally be the gift of healing. We've got Eros here as well. 50, 60, 71. Lover's desire, eroticism, sensuality. Okay, well, here comes the desire, and here comes the sexy times. Though Eros can be depicted as unbridled sexuality and eroticism, a more contemplative understanding of this archetypal energy leads us to the root of desire itself. What do we long for? Well, I feel like this is an emotional longing. Why are we awakened by love? What makes us hesitate in the face of intimacy? Fear of hurt, right? Fear of pain. Eros reconnects us with the primal longing to merge with another human being, nature, music, art, plants, food, or anything that we perceive as we are separate from. Eros allows us to momentarily unite. Our heart embraces otherness, and in doing so we further understand our own. Our life force awakens. This card reveals an inevitable initiation into love's labyrinth. You may find yourself swirling in a new territory of desire and sensuality. Explore the labyrinth with a curious and honest heart, and remember, though the way is circuitous, you are always being led towards its centre. When light, passion, playfulness, sexual health. When dark, madness, projection, obsession. Go deeper. Love Sonnet 11 by Pablo Neruda. Basket of Figs by Ellen Bass. I'll just show you those names so you can look those up there. The Hindu goddess Lalita, she who plays, can help activate your Eros energy. She's also known as Kami Shivari, Empress of Desire. Plato reminds us that Eros can be experienced as platonic love. It is activated when we witness beauty and truth in the world, when our barriers soften. So again, oh sorry, I don't know why it's so blurry today. I think, to me, a blurry camera means tears, like somebody's literally crying. And you have the tear card here on the floor. So, yeah, somebody could be very, very over emotional, like literally cannot stop the tears from coming. So there is a sense of perhaps this relationship does feel like it's got a very, very strong emotional base, an emotional need for connection with another person. It does feel like there is more of a sexual interest on the female side at the moment. I get the impression that the female energy is a little bit younger. That it feels not childlike in a way as in children. So don't misunderstand what I'm saying here. But it feels like exploring love in a new way. It feels quite playful, and I think if this person approaches this relationship in quite a playful, exploratory way, in terms of I'm just going to kind of see where this goes, I'm going to have a little bit of fun, I'm going to I'm not sure, not demand from it, not have expectations of where it's going to go, but just enjoy the connection, enjoy the moment. I feel like that's going to be healthier for them than expecting too much perhaps from this relationship. It feels like almost like a lesson in exploring emotions. There is definitely something of value here. We've got the medallion. There's this jewel in the mouth of this card. There's kind of like a gem on this card as well. So there could definitely be some kind of gift. Perhaps somebody's buying somebody jewellery for Christmas. What else was coming through there? I think I may be losing that other thread. Doesn't have to be romantic again though. It can be platonic. The healer. Just move that a bit closer there. I'll read it. I won't lift it up just in case it gets blurry again. Again, there's like these. Oh, I will lift it up apparently. Again, there's these kind of like jewels on this card. Somebody may be gifting somebody like literally an heirloom. The light worker, the gifter, the old soul. That's what I was going to say. I feel like this person's energy is coming through as being quite sweet and playful and nurturing and just very very kind of innocent and playful. And I think perhaps if this person has left some kind of emotional connection, and again, it could be family, lover, it could be anything, right? This person has an emotional need, and I think if this person is very light-hearted and easy to be with, I think that might be what this person needs if they have been in relationships that have been very emotionally demanding. I think that's where the healing energy comes from. The light worker, the gifted, the old soul. Though some claim the work of the healer as their gift and name it as their dharma, the force of this archetype is within everybody. It is our natural inclination to remember, to return to, and to reclaim that central and eternal life force from which we so easily drift away. In Sanskrit, the word avidya means forgetting, and it is said that this is the source of all suffering and disease. The healer's mission then becomes to move through the comfort of forgetting, through the veils of ignorance and denial, to reveal the radiance that already exists. Okay, so there's something coming through here to do with, again, those barriers going up, denial. Now, I don't know who's doing the denial. This person's definitely had walls up because they've been trying to hold back those emotions. Now, as I said, walls there, I nearly did it again. It's like the word wolves is trying to come out of my mouth. And yesterday I was listening to the song Run Like Wolves by the Cat Empire. So we're going to run like wolves. Maybe one day we'll all stand still and watch the sun fall down over that hill. So I don't know, perhaps you're going to be watching a sunset with somebody here. Again, this looks like a sunset, right? It does feel quite fleeting. I don't know if it's going to go somewhere over time, but it does feel quite fleeting, like a moment between two people. That I think brings some sort of gift to both of them. It's like just find value in that experience, I think is what's coming through. And don't place demands on the situation about where you expect it to go. Just keep it light and free and easy and loving. A beautiful connection in time, and if it leads to more than that, then that's amazing. It can just be a beautiful moment. That's okay, if you allow it to be. I feel like somebody has had the walls up because they've had a fear of getting hurt. The healer approaches this in multiple ways, from multiple angles, knowing that the cycle of healing is not linear. It is a multi-layered and a circuitous process, always leading back to its own origin, much like the Ouroboros. The Ouroboros is like the snake. It's interesting that this one has 3 heads though. When light, self-contained, graceful, grateful, awake. When dark, tired, needy, forgetting its own practice. Go deeper. Asclepius, E-I-R, and Don Vantari. I'll just sort of show you those so you can look those up. Can you see them? The wounded healer is not someone who was wounded and is now healed. It is someone who continues to courageously break open the self and the ego as a means for deeper integration. So that actually sounds very, very key to what I was kind of picking up there. I'll sort of show you that one. The wounded healer is not someone who was wounded and is now healed. It's someone who continues to courageously break open the self and the ego as a means for deep integration. Again, it's that kind of shaking off of the labels, isn't it? It's okay to just exist and not have to be something. The image of the serpent is eternally tied to healing and medicine. Both Western, the caducus, and Eastern, Kundalini, study the serpent and its power. Well, you definitely want to awaken that Kundalini energy if you get the chance, because that is some sexy times. Okay, so what do I want to do next? I guess I'll go to this deck. Can you tell me more about the masculine energy, please? Can you tell me more about the masculine energy? Can you tell me about the Knight of Cups, please? Do you have anything else to tell me about the Knight of Cups? Thank you. Which way? Yeah. 3 of Cups in the reverse. They're telling me trouble in paradise. And then the Ace of Swords, there we go, that's almost like the Ouroboros again, but in a figure of 8 shape. This indicates infinity. Again, rainbow colours, healing. The Ace of Swords represents communication, a truth being told. I feel like, just that siren there, I feel like somebody's definitely going to communicate. They're going to open up, they're going to communicate a truth. Or there's going to be a moment of enlightenment, a moment of recognition, kind of like a light bulb moment going off in someone's head, about some kind of truth. 3 of Cups in the reverse. The 3 of Cups in the upright is about finding people that you're happy with, finding your soul tribe. It can be like celebrating, parties, getting together with friends. Yeah, that group of people. But in the reverse, it's like can indicate a falling out with people that you are falling out with, some kind of group, falling out of like trouble in paradise, disharmony, emotional disharmony. You can notice there's 2 birds together and there's 1 bird that's sat separately. So I feel like this person may open up about or have some realization about feeling perhaps a bit left out of a situation. I'll pull more cards on that. Also noticing again this kind of like sunset, sunrise here. Could be at different places in the world where one of you sees a sunset and one of you sees a sunrise. It's coming through as missing out, like emotionally missing out, feeling almost like that kind of Five of Cups, Five of Pentacles energy, feeling a bit out in the cold. Can you tell me more about the Ace of Cups? Can you tell me more about the Ace of Cups character in this reading? Tell me more about the Ace of Cups character in this reading. Nine of Pentacles. This is somebody who, they're very, very stable. Kind of good on their own energy. They're not clingy, they're not needy, they're not... they're very, very stable, grounded. They may own their own business. They may... it's like materially good on their own. But it's also a card about material abundance. Almost like wishes coming true. It's the Garden and the Gate card too. So it's a card about... it almost carries a meaning of, while this person may be quite good on their own, they may be quite stable, you know, materially quite comfortable. The imagery is of somebody who's in a beautiful garden. However, there's a gate there. They want to, you know, they have the option, the choice to kind of open the gate and go out and explore the world and make connections with other people. So it could be that this person is interested in partnering up in some kind of tangible sense, business sense. It's almost like if we took this medallion card as like the Ace of Pentacles, that would give us 10 Pentacles, and the 10 of Pentacles is like material abundance with other people. We'll pull more cards on that. The Devil in the underline there. They're giving me the Devil's in the detail. It could be that somebody's feeling a little bit hot-footed, feeling like they want to move, feeling like they can't stay in a situation too long, like out of the frying pan into the fire almost. The Devil card, it can just mean there's a Capricorn involved. It's a Capricorn card, but it also can carry a connotation of there being some kind of like addictive element here, some kind of codependency or need or literal addiction. Could be an alcohol with the cups. I would say that perhaps somebody could have some sort of fear of attachment or obsessiveness. So just be aware that it's in the underlying. It's not part of the reading at the moment. So it's just something to kind of just be aware of. That there's perhaps the potential for that. Can you tell me, please, can you tell me more about why the Three of Cups is in reverse immediately? Somebody I think has been too focused on their money, too focused on career, material things. Possibly they've neglected the emotional side. This is Taurian energy. The King of Pentacles is an earth sign, so it is somebody who she's giggling away down there. It is somebody who puts material needs, career, house, tangible things above everything else sometimes. Now, it's not coming out in the negative, so I don't feel like this person has been overly greedy or overly clingy or anything like that. None of the negative signs. It's showing through as somebody who's very, very self-reliant, could be good at business, a provider energy, a nurturer energy. It's interesting, this dog that's on this card, it does almost have like a wolf-like look to it. So that one run like wolves, maybe Wolf of Wall Street could mean something. Perhaps somebody works in finance. But I think this person is ready to make some kind of stable offer in regards to this connection. So it could be, I'm just noticing that he has that big pentacle there, and then it's like this person's receiving this pentacle, and I was talking about how the Nine of Pentacles can turn into the Ten of Pentacles. So it could be that there's an emotion, it's based here on an emotional need, but it could be that there's some kind of tangible offer in terms of offering somebody Could be like come and work with me. I have this job role opening. I'm just seeing Schitt's Creek. Sorry to sort of swear, but without swearing, it's not a swear. Schitt's Creek. It's a TV show. It's I've just watched an episode recently where there's a vet and he offers a position to one of the kind of main female because he has that position that needs filling and he likes her. So it could be something like that. It's like perhaps this person knows that you'd work well together, that it wouldn't just be work, it'd be emotionally supportive. Now, I don't want to get anyone too excited. It could be an engagement ring. But I would say for most people, don't expect that. Again, we don't want to get into that obsessive, demanding energy. It could just be some kind of meaningful gift. I feel like it's going to be a meaningful gift. Again, it could be something that belonged to and some kind of heirloom. It could be a gift of knowledge with that Ace of Swords. But this is very steady. It's very, very grounded. It's if this is a love interest, it's coming through as very, very solid, dependable energy. Very mature, with a lot of emotion behind it. Basically, it's a love connection. It looks pretty healthy. I mean, it's healing, but so there is emotional wounding there. But in terms of stability of a love interest, it looks quite good. Can you tell me more about the female energy, please? Tell me more about, what do I want to ask about? Tell me anything. Oh, there we go, in regards to the female energy. Okay, we've got the Three of Cups over here. Now, if this person, again, was feeling a bit shut out, a bit like they didn't have that emotional connection with a group of people around them, it's showing over here in the upright with the female energy. So I do feel like this person views this person as their Three of Cups. It's like there's friendship here. It could be that if it is a love interest, it could be that you were friends first. It feels like soul tribe energy. It feels like people who you just get along with very, very easily. It just flows. It's free, it's easy, it's fun. You understand each other. Strong friendship coming through. Five of Swords is this can be somebody who's stuck in the head though. The Five of Swords is a card about overanalyzing. Sometimes it can be about verbal conflicts. It's losing the battle but winning the war. So it's there could have been some kind of argument. Perhaps this is what it is. Perhaps there is a connection here and there's been some kind of argument, some kind of disagreement that's meant that this person's felt shut out from this connection. This person's showing us being more stable, I think, than this person. They could be very, very over emotional, very upset about the loss of this connection, because I think it means a lot to them, and they may be coming in to tell you this may be what this is here for. I don't know who's who in this situation. You could be telling somebody how much they mean to you, how disappointed you are that things didn't work out, that there was conflict. I do feel like somebody's definitely in the head about it. This person could definitely be it's showing us this person's energy, so they could definitely be confused about what happened, perhaps. Interesting. I just see a big crow this morning on a lamppost. I was kind of walking underneath it, hoping it didn't poop on me, but it was a very big, handsome crow. So I see crows as kind of almost spirit guides, communicating. Getting almost like bats in the belfry. If there's been some kind of resistance to this connection, like some kind of, like, again, I get the sense that this person's kind of put the walls up. I feel like it's this person that's done it. They've put the walls up because they're scared of letting those emotions flow. With which perhaps has caused a bit of confusion in this person, because to this person it was this happy relationship. They didn't see any problems. So this person's may have put the walls up, which has got this person into the head a little bit. They don't understand what happened. But it's almost like, well, fine. Do you know what? I'm gonna get on with my work. I'm gonna get on with looking after myself, doing the tangible things, healing myself. Emotionally, this person's dealt with it better, I think. This person, I think, probably has thrown themselves into work, but they're definitely missing. They miss the connection. It could be that there's a group of friends, right? This person's had to separate themselves from a group of friends. Again, noticing the purple here of this Three of Cups and the purple of this tear card, and how healing I think this connection could be. Very spiritual. Purple's about spiritual connections. I'm going to stop and restart because I'm coming up to the 40-minute mark. I've already stopped and restarted once, so but just so my video doesn't cut out mid-sentence. Okay, so tell me more about the Knight of Cups. Are they planning on taking any action here? What's going on? What can we expect from the Knight of Cups, please? What can we expect from the Knight of Cups? The Five of Wands could mean that this person is going to fight for the connection. They're going to, it's a card about very passionate conflict. It's competition, arguments, but it can have this meaning of fighting for something. I feel like they could be arguing with themselves about this. They could definitely want to come forward with some kind of truth and gift, especially going into Christmas. But they've got this, it's inner conflict about it, I think. Yeah, definitely kind of battling themselves, or they could be ready to fight for the connection. So you can sort of take that as it resonates. It's almost like maybe this person's exploring how to do this. So all these kind of mirrors are representing portals here for me today, and it's like trying to figure out, how do I do this? How do I approach this situation? Do I go in sort of waving things around, or do I just jump straight in? Do I act standoffish? It's like this person's just trying to figure out the best approach to make, I think. Yeah, it does feel like, how do I do this? Okay, and can I get some information about the female energy here? Okay, look at how that's balanced on my hand. High Priestess. Oh my goodness, Empress. Okay, well, there's a huge amount of potential with this female energy. Again, doesn't have to be female, just to kind of emphasize. It's yin yang energy if you want to look at that, but the feminine energy here is Empress energy. There's so much. I'll just kind of show you this beautiful card, and the Two of Cups underlying that as well, and the Queen of Wands. Like, it's, this connection could be very, very beautiful, very equal. Again, it's almost like seeing eye to eye, but bringing something different to the table. It does feel like a very yin yang connection. The Queen of Wands is a huge amount of passion and creativity underlying this connection. I feel like this person could definitely be more interested in a physical connection. This person could be coming at it in terms of like work and friendship, and this person is coming at it in terms of emotion and passion. This person could be, if it is work, this person could be the creative energy, and this person could be the more tangible energy. But there's expansion here. The Empress is it's the divine feminine card. It's the ultimate woman kind of thing. She's probably got quite a lot going for her, probably very, very attractive, if not in the traditional sense. Her energy could be very attractive. It is a card about growth, opportunity, potential to go somewhere with something, and it's coming through as this relationship. Very, very passionate, emotional, creative, really, really gorgeous energy there actually. But what's down here is the High Priestess as well. You've got the Empress and the High Priestess. These are very nice cards. The Empress is, the Queen of Wands is fire sign energy, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. It doesn't have to be any of these signs. It can just be, you just may want to hear it. The Empress energy, it's Taurus energy, so this very much could be you, if you identify as the feminine energy. It's also Libran energy, if you're identifying as the masculine, it could be Libran. A lot of earth sign energy here as well, grounding this. The High Priestess for me is positive Scorpio energy, water sign energy. The Hermit is Virgo energy. So here, the way I've set these out, you've got the Nine of Pentacles going into the Ten of Pentacles, and I've already mentioned this. It feels like this person is making some sort of offer here, which is going to take this female energy from an independent, good on her own position into a Ten of Pentacles, which is about abundance with other people. You can see that it looks like there's a team here. We've got the Three of Cups, this team on the Ten of Pentacles card. So it really does feel like working together with other people to create a huge amount of growth and abundance in possibly some kind of project. The female energy is going to feel very, very fired up, very passionate about it. Again, it could be that this is the creative person in the project, the ideas person, the person who brings the passion and the enthusiasm. Again, we've got this horse. So that's 3 times now I've seen a running horse. You know, the Knight of Cups would traditionally be on a horse as well. It's like taking an idea, I'm sort of taking an idea and running with it. Like you could give this person a seed of an idea and they will just take it in so many different directions, like this, right? Like you give this person a seed and they grow a tree and a universe out of it. Perhaps just ideas wise. Very, very creative, potential growth, enthusiasm, energy coming through for here. High Priestess, this person's probably very, very intuitive, very emotionally stable, very emotionally balanced, has a real depth of emotion, knows how to nurture people, knows how to almost like work in a moon cycle. So it could be, sorry to talk about feminine things here, if you perhaps some people don't like to talk about it. Some people really like to talk about it, some people don't. But it's almost like the moon cycle, the female reproductive cycle. It could be this person knows how to work with their moods, knows where to, when their energy is at a peak and when their energy is a little bit lower perhaps. They could be intuitive at different times of the month. I don't know why that's coming through. I think it's this moon here, and almost like the stop as well. Like she's got a hand up to say stop. Also noticing again, she's got those the jewelry. She's got half of her face covered, so she works in places that are veiled. So she knows how to keep secrets, perhaps, or she knows how to she knows how to see beyond the veil. When there are secrets, when there's the unknown, she kind of intuitively can feel her way through situations. The Hermit card here is this person may actually like to spend some time alone. Again, I'm really getting through this person could work in cycles, moon cycles or female reproductive cycles, in terms of there will be times when this person, their creative energy, their passion, their enthusiasm is at a peak, and they'll be able to throw everything they've got into something. Where other times, perhaps because they expend so much energy at sometimes, there's other times where they have to go quite introspective. It's almost like I'm going to say it's like refueling for them. They come in all guns blazing, all this passion, creativity, enthusiasm, but it kind of burns them out, so they have to go back and take some time to kind of reconnect perhaps with spiritual practices, spend some time being quite quiet, have some space. It's almost like this is like, I need my space, step back, I need my space now, because I need to recharge those emotions. I need to allow, it's like you can't this person, they can't give all the time, they can't constantly be like a running, I was going to say force it, which is an American word. It's funny how these different words keep coming out of my mouth sometimes, which aren't my natural language when I'm doing readings. A tap, I would say tap. So a running tap. It's I'm getting, it's not that it's not bottomless, but it can't run all the time. It has to receive. So it's this kind of this cycle, this connection that this person has to, I feel like, universal energy, where they go in this cycle of like giving but then needing to receive. It could be this person is going into a cycle where they just need to receive. They've been giving a lot of emotionally to this connection, and it's time for this person to receive something back, possibly. What time am I on? I do have time to read a couple of these cards. I may just have a quick look off camera and decide which ones are most relevant. Okay, because the only card coming out with this character is the Five of Inspiration, I'm going to read that card. Rivalry, challenges, comparisonists, a need to collaborate. I was picking up on this collaboration energy. Infighting or trying to outdo one another. Friendly competition. Prompt, bouts of discord. The muse looks down at the rivalry below. The pushing and the pulling, the comparisons, the not enoughs. Sometimes she sees competition that hurts. And so it's saying she, but you can take it as this energy that's doing this. Sometimes she sees competition that hurts, and sometimes she witnesses healthy and productive competition that motivates. She hopes to illuminate both the positive and the negative effects that these challenges can have on your life. This person may be doing this. This person may be like, because I was picking up this like a time for energy and action and a time for healing and contemplation. So it could be that this person recognizes healthy competition and the need to separate yourself, perhaps from negative competition. I know that I'm reading for this person, but it could be that this person advises or guides this person when to go into battle and when to remove yourself from negative energies. So she hopes to illuminate both the positive and negative effects that these challenges can have on your life. Find opportunities to work with others for the common good and engage in friendly competition that serves as a catalyst for your success. How do you compete in life? Again, we had that Hunter card, which is all about competition, going for what you want. Do you lead with your ideas, your feelings, your charm? Charm, right? I mean, you can lead with all those things: ideas, feelings, charm, deep conversation. All those things can work in a leader, or perhaps it's your sexuality. Distinguish the type of competition that makes you a brighter light from that which dampens your ability to shine. Interesting. So it's knowing when to fight. It's knowing when to enter the fray. Interestingly, I've been doing something. I'm not going to go into it too much. I've been entering this kind of competition. There's different kind of projects that come up. We're on the fourth one now, so some of you may already know what I'm talking about. I did quite well in the first two. The third one I kind of pushed myself to do, even though I was feeling a kind of burnout with it, and I didn't do as well in that one. Now the fourth one's coming up, and I know that with it being December, I know that I'm going to be busy. I know that I'm going to have a lot on my plate. And so I was kind of thinking, well, if I don't enter it, people are going to think I'm being a sore loser. But then I was like, well, no, I know that as enthusiastic as I am for it, I know that what I produce is not going to be as good if I'm doing it because there's a time limit on it, rather than doing it because it's knowing where to spend your time. It's knowing that sometimes you need to let some opportunities go because if you need to have that energy of having a time out from something, if you've got other things that you're doing, it's knowing when to invest and when not to invest. So I'm going to give this one a skip, I think, but I know that when the next one comes up, I'm going to feel refueled, and that enthusiasm will be back for the next one. So it's this kind of knowing when to enter the competition and when to conserve your energy, I think. Just as an example, all the external competition in the world cannot demonstrate your innate worth. You are already deserving of your own highest accolades and love. A war of bodies, brains and poses to win the titles, names and roses, and in the end we give too much of our own souls and joys and such. Okay, I guess that was something for somebody. The High Priestess and the Hermit then. Let's read these two, because they are the most... they're the major arcana here, so they are kind of the important energies. coming through. If I can find them, where are you, High Priestess? Here she is. So it's this card that I'm doing now. Intuitive powers and powerful nudges from spirit, psychic dreams, a time to listen to your instincts, introspection, visions, and hearing the heavens, keeping secrets, hidden wisdom, allowing your projects to germinate in the numinous spaces of the liminal. Prompt, sacred sheer. She sits with one foot in this realm and the other in the depths of the cosmic field of information. Hers is a throne made of ocean and sand, a conductor of ancient wisdom and of the divine mysteries that are passed down to those who seek her with an open heart. She reaches up for the moon and holds its pulsating energy in her palms, listening for the revelations from the muse. She asks you to open up to its secrets, and as metaphor and messages spill forth in strange tongues, you must trust your intuition to translate. Interesting, because we are lost in translation, the film. Your intuition to translate. Your instincts are a powerful guidance system, and the priestess reminds you that working with the subtle energies of the spirit will bring you unshrouded truth, prophetic truth even. Pay attention to your dreams and to your mind's eye, as potent and meaningful messages are coming to you now. Keep your inner voice open to inner listening. And as the ocean you can hear, our eyes not mired by your fear, and we cannot connect past veiled veneer in truthic Delphic crystal clear. Just kind of going back to what I was saying there about like that competition, definitely feeling like sometimes I want to do something because I want to do it and I'm passionate and enthusiastic for it. But sometimes if you're doing it on somebody else's schedule, it's like, well, why are you doing it? If you're not in the mood to do something, sort of going up to one of these questions up here of like, well, was it the hunter? It's like, well, why are you hunting it? I don't know. You have to make those choices yourself sometimes and decide, am I going for this because I'm passionate about it, because I have a lot of creative ideas, a lot of enthusiasm to put in it, or am I going for something perhaps for monetary gain or for some kind of like ego? So it's knowing when to move and when to stay still and heal, I think. I'm going to read the Empress because it's right next to the High Priestess and she's there looking fantastic with her pink hair. Nurturing energy, mothering love from the universe, Gaia and the divine feminine, fertility, healing, self-love, compassion, creating a path that is healing for yourself and for others, unbridled creativity. Prompt, fruit from the creatrix. Dripping with creation, the Empress strolls gracefully in her garden of ideas. She whistles tones of sacred geometry and spirals her voice into beautiful new patterns and timelines. Seeds spark, plants begin to shoot, and from somewhere across the distance she hears the voice of singing children who are dancing their futures to life. It's funny because my daughter's been laughing in the background of this reading. I don't know if you can hear her or not. Smiling, she pulls the hood back and showers their paths with new energy. Planets, worlds, lives, and love spiral out auspiciously from her starseed core, and they spiral out to you. You can access this ancient creator energy and birth your creations from your most readily available resource, love. You are made of this same fairy dust and shaped from the elements that originated from deep within her Big Bang heart. Use her musings to bring your most exquisite visions into being. Her golden seeds are, after all, everywhere. Or wait, did you think those seeds were lemons? She muses. What a wonderfully perfect day for some lemonade. All the creative and all the dreams, bubbles and musings from earth, life full of creation, she flows from the seams, spillings and brewings of birth. Lovely. Okay, and let's go to the Hermit, number 9. I'm running out of time, and I'd really like to read you a poem that came to mind when I read the Empress card. I don't know if I'm going to have time to or not. The Hermit. The sage or mentor, wisdom, listening to guidance, introspection, taking time away, listening to your heart, a time for meditation and contemplation, finding your voice, a time out, a cautioning against spending too much time alone. Prompt, sacred solace. Oh, sweet light, how it glows. She is ready to see the miracle of luminosity, the soft emanation from the ethers that she senses in her heart. She sees this light in dreams, and she knows that its brilliance comes bundled within sunlight and moonlight. So she journeys alone under the stars, ruminating on when it originates and on how to access its wisdom more readily. The Hermit Muse reminds you to process your experiences as a way to learn, knowing that your own smile is great company. Listen deeply and see the lessons that live in the simplest of things. The shiny lights you see in others are a reflection of the magic you already hold in your heart. So choose words that fuel your envisioned path and speak with the passion of purpose. It's time to find the sage within. I think this person is doing that. I think this person is Empress, High Priestess, Hermit energy, incredibly connected to their emotions, connected to the universe, the spiritual side, very, very stable. They know when to act and when to take time on their own. They know when to be with other people, when to take a time out. This person's coming through brilliantly. I don't know if this is you, Taurus. In solitude, we meet the muse. In solitude, she guides. In gratitude, she helps us choose. In darkness, she confides. And when I search inside her heart, she tells me I am free. Then in my solitude depart, because this muse is me. Wow. I think I might be able to squeeze out just enough time to read a poem and to get your advice card. So I'll be back in a moment. Okay, so the poet is Erin Hansen. She's the Poetic Underground on Instagram and Tumblr, I think. Erin Hansen. It's funny because I always think she's called Erin Hunter, and that Hunter card came out, so I don't know if that was like a prompt. Now, the poem that I was looking for, I think, is called We Are Made of Stars, but a different poem's come up which is still along the same theme. So I feel like this is the poem that I'm meant to read to you. So, you may not believe in magic, but don't you think it's strange? The amount of matter in our universe has never slightly changed. That all which makes your body was once part of something more, and every breath you breathe has seen its all before. There are countless scores of beauty in all the things that you despise. It could once have been a shooting star that now makes up your thighs. And atoms of forgotten life, who've long since ceased to roam, may now have the great honour to call your crooked smile their home. You may not believe in magic, but I thought that you should know the makings of your heart were born 14 billion years ago. So, next time you feel lonely, when this world makes you feel small, just remember it's part of you and you're part of it all. And there you go. So, gorgeous poet. Really, really love her. Let's pull you an advice card. Whoa, looks like it's that one. Observer. Anything else? No, okay. Yin on the bottom. I'm sure that was the advice card for Aries yesterday as well. The yin is very much this Empress energy, feminine energy. It's receptive. It goes with the flow. It receives nurturing, loving, beautiful, feminine energy. And you started off with that masculine hunter card as well. So it does feel very, very like yin-yang balanced, whatever this relationship is here. It's nice that they're both approaching it from an emotional space. Okay, so observer, number 49. I'm going to read the relationship message. Sometimes you just can't see the forest for the trees in your way. Sometimes you just can't see the forest for the trees in your way. Feelings can get all jumbled up, and you often hear one thing when a person says another. It can be like an echo of an unresolved past experience dubbed over your conversation. Take time out before you react. It's likely the other person has no idea how his or her words have affected you. Take a few steps back and lend understanding to the situation. Have faith in your connection and trust that you can come together. Take to higher ground now and cultivate curiosity about what you observe in yourself, in others, and in the landscape. You will find things much improved sooner than you know. So yeah, definitely. I think there could have been words spoken here, or actions. You know, you've got two cards of conflict there: verbal conflict, physical conflict. I did get the impression that this person's put the walls up. I feel like there's been a disconnection here with this Three of Cups, where I think possibly words or actions have been misinterpreted by both sides. And I feel like there could be a reconnection here from a very emotional place, where I think this person's going to open up about how they've been feeling. Open the floodgates. They're going to come in with some sort of offer, I think it looks like. And this person's definitely been doing that healing. They've been working on themselves. They've been pouring that love that they've been pouring outwards, then they've been pouring inwards, which is beautifully healing. Very, very balanced, gorgeous energy there. So whatever form this relationship takes for you, I hope that you both work it out. It looks beautiful. It looks very much based in friendship before anything else. Friendship before work, friendship before a relationship. I'm going to run out of time. Take care, Taurus. I really